Yeah, good evening, folks. I said we'll start the series every Wednesday. I just had to drive down to church to avoid traffic after I met in the church. Now, I said we'll be talking about you. So, this is the very first episode. Now, the question I think we need to ask ourselves is this: what exactly do you want from life? You know why it is important you answer this question is that it helps you to determine and factor how you do every other thing. That's the truth. When you know what you really want from life, when you know why will I say why you are alive, because God created you, so because of that you may not be able to determine you're being born or you're being alive. But one thing you can determine is that you are in the life. Like they say, when life gives you lemon, you make a lemonade of it. You did not ask to be born, I agree. You did not ask to come to the world, I agree. But now you are in the world. Now you are where you are. Now you have parents that you have. Now you have siblings that you have. Now you are born in a nation where you are. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to now say, okay, I'm going to enter the Mediterranean Sea and go and risk my life and tell myself my life is not worth it, and enter maybe a raft and use it to go to cross into another person's country because I cannot stay to build my own country? I have to go and try to enter a country where some other people have labored and built. Is it what you want for yourself? Is what it's all about? Or you are going to stay and say, yes, this is my country. I'm going to build it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. Yes, I know some of us will say, oh, this my country is not good. But no country is good. You make it good. And that is just the truth of the matter. You make it good. You work at making your country to be what you want it to be. There is no nation that started at the top. Every nation started somewhere, and they were built by patriots, and the nation became even the kind of nation that people want, and that became the envy. So you cannot now say that because of I'm not saying it is wrong to migrate. Yeah, if you have the opportunity or you have the desire or you just wish to migrate, it's okay. It's okay. But the truth is this: if the reason you are going away is because in your own country, instead of putting in the effort to make it good, to make it the one you want to be, you prefer to run away, then that is wrong. That is very wrong. I made a paper for somebody today, and just from a comment I made on LinkedIn, then he said he liked that comment and he want me to give him an extension of that thought and discuss. And now these are things I'm passionate about. These are things I have talked about. These are things I have spoken about. Some people just seem not to understand. And that is that your mind can be creative. Your mind can create your world. Your mind can create what you want. But it depends on you. If you have made up your mind that yes, you are born in Nolende, or you grew up in Nolende like I did, and then you are going to remain in Nolende, you will remain in Nolende. That is just the truth of the matter. But if you made up your mind that you will go to school or whatever it takes, or build a business and get out of that rut in which you grew up, then it is possible. I'm a professor of English today. By the way, my name is Professor Molara Nwabueze. I'm also the dean of my faculty today. Does it mean that it is by my staying back there and saying, oh, I am an Alawa girl and I will remain an Alawa girl? No, I told myself I am more than that. And I told myself what and what. So what can stop me is if I go and mess myself up and get pregnant. So I ran from boys like no man's business. No matter what you say, no matter what you're talking about, I don't want to hear about that. I had so much respect for my body, I did not want to mess it up. That was one, because I had a bigger picture. All I could think about then is I wanted to have a degree. When I had a degree, I knew there was something higher than degree. I went for it. And when I figured out I knew there was something else, I went for it. But remember, this is a girl that grew up in what, probably if it was Lagos, you would call a ghetto. Maybe, yes, maybe ours was not that as bad. Ours was not as bad. I don't really know what definition of a ghetto is. Sincerely, I don't know, because I didn't grow up in one. I've never really visited one. But my environment you will not call it what we normally call the privileged or ajebo environment. There were people there. I think out of all of us that grew up, that were girls there, that were around the same age range, I was the only one that didn't go and mess myself up. Even we were two at the time, but the other girl still got herself pregnant. She still got herself impregnated. Now I'm not laughing at them, but the point I'm making is this: you have a right to decide what you want for your life, and you can make it happen. Yeah, there are things that are beyond our power. I have such a challenge myself personally. When you have something that is beyond your power as a human being, there's nothing much you can do about that. But that which is within your power, what have you done? I learned one thing when I also was serving. I'll share some of my experiences with you. But one single thing I learned then, and it's about, I learned once, it is later I understood when I got into my business as a long reach partner, and through training that I now began to understand what you call it. And that's when preparation will meet expectation. When I was serving, I got convinced, because I was mixing with people that you call the high and mighty in the society. Just because I served with the army, I was a composite mess member, not because I wanted it, but every cocktail there that the commander was having, we had to be present as because we're regarded as officers, as corps members. And then the governor of the state comes to that. Even no matter the president that the commander is receiving, you have to attend. And I was telling myself, if I didn't have this education that brought me here, that I was serving, how would I be here? That was the question I was asking myself. And it told me something, because that was the age when many people were committed to say, oh, the Nigerian economy just went spiraling down. That was the age people were losing hope and were telling themselves that, oh, there's no point going to school. Oh yes, people are not getting jobs. But I had a different mindset. Instead of having the mindset that I must look for job, I was also creating a job for myself. And I told myself something. I said, okay, now if somebody did not go to school, now if tomorrow opportunity comes, the job comes, you cannot tell them, hold on, let me quickly go and get a degree after 4 years, which is normal time you use in Nigeria to get a degree. I mean, as a high school leaver. Now you can't tell them, please hold the job, let me quickly go and get my degree certificate and come back. But when you already have a degree certificate and the job opportunity comes, you take it. And I've heard many people that have that opportunity and they took it. Okada riders that were just doing something to keep their soul and mind and soul, body and soul together, and they got opportunity. Because such people, you see why? The way they will do their own Okada riding, it will be with class and with finesse. And that's it, because they have education. So what am I saying? I say we'll be talking about you. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with that gift of life that God has given you? Forget. Don't think you have an entitlement mentality. I tell people, you can only ask for your entitlement that your parents are supposed that is your right for them to educate you when you have gotten educated. If you are not educated, you will not even know you have such a right. So this life that God has given you, if you don't know, it is a privilege. Because people have died. Some people were aborted. Some people were born, and in the process, they died. Something happened. Some people were stolen. All kinds of things has happened. People were abused. But God gave you life. And you have the opportunity to do that life to the best of your ability. What are you doing with it? This is the challenge I want to ask you. I want you to tell me in the comments. I want you to tell me in the comments what you are doing with your life. This privilege of life that God has given you. Are you wasting it? Or are you using it? Are you making something out of it that even people who are thought you are hopeless will now be surprised that so you can make something of your life? What are you doing with that life? That is just the question I am asking you today. It is in your hands. It's absolutely in your hands. Your life is in your hands. What you make of it is in your hands. Nobody else can do it for you. Only you can do it for yourself. So what are you doing with it? That's my challenge to you today. If you're a winner, I swear you should be on your way to church if you're not already there. But no matter what you are, the question is this: what are you doing with your life? Thank you, and God bless you. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and remember to also like this video. And I will also say this: answer the question. I want you to answer in the comments. What exactly are you doing with your life? Your life is beautiful and it's a gift. Use it to God's glory. Use it to the honor of the name of God in your life, and use it for the advancement of humanity. God bless you. I know I'm going to see you at the top, because you're going to make the best out of your life. My name remains Omolara Nwabueze, and I'm your friend. God bless you.